North Korea has fired a short-range ballistic missile over the Sea of Japan after lambasting Japan over its military build-up in the Pacific. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff on Thursday, August 6, 2026, said that our military detected one short-range ballistic missile launched from the Wonsan area of North Korea at around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They added that the missile was launched towards the Sea of Japan and that authorities in Seoul and Washington were analyzing the missile's exact specifications. Japan's defense minister also confirmed the launch, adding that there are no reports of damage from the missile.
発射された弾道ミサイルは朝鮮半島、東岸付近に落下したと推定され、我が国の領域や排他的経済水域への飛来は確認されておらず、現時点において付近を航行する航空機や船舶の被害報告等の情報は確認されていません。
The launch comes after North Korean state media broadcasted Kim Yo Jong, the sister of leader Kim Jong-un, accusing Japan of a transformation into a war state and said that Pyongyang's leadership will set up additional military options which are obviously due to Japan's transformation. North Korea, which since 2019 has repeatedly declared itself an irreversible nuclear state, and has featured among growing regional threats in a recent Japanese government assessment. Japan's defense minister said that Japan's military needs need to be boosted with a sense of urgency and crisis.
「これまでの弾道ミサイル等の度重なる発射も含め、一連の北朝鮮の行動は我が国、地域および国際社会の平和と安全を脅かすものです。またこのような弾道ミサイル発射は関連する安保理決議に違反し、国民の安全に関わる重大な問題です。今回の発射については我が国として北朝鮮に対し北京の大使館ルートを通じて厳重に抗議し、強く非難しました。
Meanwhile, North Korea has deepened its economic and military ties with Russia, supplying troops and munitions for Moscow's war in Ukraine in exchange for financial support, food, energy, and military technology.
The fact that Russia will be able to additionally deploy these 120 ballistic missiles from North Korea in the coming months is, as I said, a major problem for Ukraine. Obviously, Ukraine has really been struggling on the ballistic missile front for months now. The additional contribution, the additional kind of pool of 120 North Korean ballistic missiles that Russia would be able to draw on to fire on Ukraine, poses a significant challenge because it just creates more strain on these already very kind of weak high-end air defenses. But it's essentially only the US-made Patriot air defense system that is capable of downing ballistic missiles. Obviously, the Americans don't have a lot at their disposal to be supplying to Ukraine because they've got their own strains also in the Middle East. Just last week, we've already seen the Russians fire 2 North Korean ballistic missiles at Ukraine. One of those strikes landed in a village in central Ukraine, the village of Radushne. So Russia obviously possesses a wide array of different missiles that it has used against Ukraine. The Russian equivalent of this particular North Korean missile type is called the 9M723. It's from the Iskander family of missiles, and the North Korean version has a bigger payload, a greater range. However, it's much less accurate, and you can see that, in the strike that I described last week that killed this, several members of a single family. You can, if you just look at the footage from that, you will notice that the house where these people lived, it was essentially just flattened. In those terms, obviously, the more ballistic firepower that Russia has at its fingertips, the worse it is for Ukraine.